What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Scythe, and we are back again for more LUXION. Not only that, but we've also actually seen the hub change to a winter hub. This probably already ended up taking effect, maybe even this week, if not even next week, honestly. I don't know. It's not like I hang out in the hub that much. You gotta be some kind of a freak to be able to do that, because otherwise, I've got my own club world, dude. I don't need to hang out here. But anyways, LUXION's back, so let's see whether or not he's actually got some good stuff. Drum roll, please. Oh. Well, it's kind of okay. It's not great stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of what you come to expect, but at least it's not utter garbage. Most of all, just because of the stupid meta matter, which is still gross, because the devs love their meta matter, don't they? Like, they think that the geode caves is something that's actually worthwhile and fun, which it isn't. It's probably one of the single worst updates to ever hit Trove, not because of the content itself. I actually kind of liked the geode cave system, but it made a lot of people quit. It really, like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe how many people I saw in the comments. Now, either way, Golden Horde Dragon Souls are back to 15. I don't know why they ended up allowing us to buy 100 of his Dragon Souls once, and then out of nowhere now it's back down to this time-gated garbage of 15. Like, it really should just let you buy the dragon in its entirety. I don't know why not. Like, it's not like he's that unique or anything. I guess it is still a cool dragon just because of the fact that it's difficult to get, but you kind of know what I mean, right? So with the meta matter, that's going to be 25 dragon coins a pop. That's pretty expensive, but you are at least able to buy up to 10 of them. I also want to point out, if this is your first LUXION video, if you accidentally end up buying any of these dragon souls and you already have the fully fleshed out dragon, you can just loot collect them for the dragon coins back. The meta matter, it might be something worth investing in. It's honestly really expensive for it being 25 dragon coins each, especially for free-to-play players, but it is still something that you might want to get involved with. I would actually recommend you grab the legendary tome instead, because that is not going to be too bad. You're going to be able to get 4 meta matter a week out of that, so at least that's something that can slowly end up adding up over time. And I'm gonna have over the next couple days a couple videos showing off the new costumes, the new mounts that you can end up getting from the geode surface when the U10 update decides to end up coming out. And well, I want to point out that there's one of them in particular that actually costs 50 meta matter, so spoiler alert, that thing is absolutely insane. Also, it seems like LUXION just for no reason whatsoever sells sentient shards, which is crazy to think, and I do want to point this out, but when the U10 update ends up hitting, where are these where are these dumb boxes? There we go. When the U10 update hits, for some reason, they're getting rid of these greater neon caches. Now, I know that, you know, most of all, this is going to affect pay-to-win players, because free-to-play players aren't really spending that much of their flux on the credit pouches in order to end up getting these bad boys. But, I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. That said, you'd honestly rather just buy the Vanguard pack itself than going for these boxes. But my point being is these boxes actually do a pretty good job of giving you sentient shards, just because of the resources you get out of them, allowing you to craft a lot of beacons. But I don't know, dude. Like, it's like the reason why I'm kind of talking about this is because they're gonna be removing those boxes when the U10 update hits. So do you want to buy sentient shards, 10 of them for 25 dragon coins a pop? I don't know. Flametron Mark II is just a wall trophy that was actually from, oh gosh, was that last year? I think it was 2 years ago already. Jeez Louise. That was a pretty fun event. It was one of the first kind of world bosses, if I recall correctly, that ended up, you know, coming out long before the elite bosses did. You know, just kind of those random gigantic versions of enemies that you see out in worlds and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't fully remember, but these guys were pretty cool because they ended up actually having a flame shield, and you had to go to dungeons, get snowballs so that you could throw them at this guy to have his shield end up getting taken down, so you can end up causing damage to him. Overall, it was more of a tedious process than something that was good for long term, but it was still kind of neat how they ended up actually kind of varying it up and trying to do something different for once, you know. And then there's gonna be the Snowfest log, which this is going to end up being, whoopsie daisy, why is it doing this? This is going to end up being tradable. You can see that this, and I guess the trophy itself, all of those are going to end up being tradable because I can still buy more of them. The tome, unfortunately, is not going to be tradable. Otherwise, I would say that'd be a really good thing to invest in. But the Snowfest log, this was the first rolling mount that they ever added to the game, so it's got some sentimental value to that. For any of you nowadays that don't have this thing, I mean, it's not really gonna be that cool. Apparently, we're supposed to be getting the Snowfest event sometime soon. Who knows whether or not that's going to end up rearing its ugly head. The dev's last live stream, I still gotta make a video talking about the recent dev live stream that ended up going on, but they actually said that the Christmas event or holiday event for Trove Snowfest is supposed to be showing up in like 2 to 3 weeks, which is very strange because I mean, if that's the case and if they don't release it in time, that means that they're going to have the Christmas event come out after the fact of Christmas. Like, it's really weird. So the festive face sleigh, this is something that I would say is definitely worth grabbing just because I really like this mount. It's going to end up being a proper sleigh mount. It's got really nice video effects, although it's a little bit difficult to see on all of the snow and stuff, and it's a gliding mount. And I really, really love the sparkles that end up going behind it. It kind of has this, you know, holiday feel to it, which is very rare for something in Trove to actually end up being like, oh, I know what this is supposed to be, you know? And it just, I really like it. It's actually one of my favorite, like, holiday mounts. I only wish they had actually had, like, some animating reindeer on the front of it or something like that. That's what we need for the next step. We need some animated mounts to actually end up making their way into the game. Dude, seriously. I also want to point out that this legendary tome for 120 dragon coins, you can actually end up getting it from the Christology table. So let me actually hop over into the geode area just so I can show you what this is about, because oh boy, I'm pretty sure that those dragon coins right there, technically speaking, is going to end up being a deal worth grabbing. Most of all, if you're a mastery farmer, and then on top of it, if you're, you know, struggling with getting meta matter, and once again, you're going to end up needing a little bit of it for the newer area, because otherwise you can only really craft meta matter, and the meta matter tome itself, you have to have maxed out Christology, and then it's going to end up being very, very expensive. Like, geez Louise, I wish I could buy this with dragon coins back in the day. Instead, I had to craft this thing. Like, that was pretty gross, dude. Also, I don't know why I ended up going over to the Trovian Atlas instead of just taking the hub portal that was right beside me. Man alive, it's going to be super nice when the U10 update hits, guys, because we actually just have a hotkey to access the Trovian Atlas and just warp anywhere we please from anywhere we please. It's really, really handy. And then last but not least, it's going to be probably one of the ugliest mounts in the entire game, and a little bit of, well, I won't say controversial, but it was kind of disappointing when they added this, because there is an Hyper Pinata X, if I recall correctly, is what it's called. And that was a very, very rare item you would end up getting out of those golden ticket boxes that would end up showing up from a yearly event, right? And I ended up having a recent unboxing video of that. I only ended up unboxing like 100 of them or something like that. But either way, the reason why this mount was kind of cool, the Hyper X anyways, was because it was unique. And this mount quite literally is just a carbon copy and paste of the Hyper X, except it actually has red and yellow confetti instead of the normal pinata colors, and it is also a weird type of Christmas themed pinata that of course is all one color, and it was kind of disappointing just because it took away the coolness of the people that ended up actually getting the Hyper X. Now that said, the Hyper X didn't give mana, or not mana, mastery. It was just like a special mount, but you know, now this was kind of like a cheap alternative knockoff that I'm pretty sure was actually just a chaos chest or something like that. But either way, it's gonna be a gliding mount. The wings that we actually have on our character, I don't think those are actually any wings in the game. Those are just going to end up showing up while you're on the mount. And if I recall correctly, the Hyper X was the first mount in the game that ended up having your wings show up. And then they ended up adding the light and dark Pegasus mounts afterwards. If I'm not mistaken, maybe this guy came after It honestly doesn't matter, but either way, it's going to end up being tradable. Maybe it would be worth investing in this, but I don't see anybody buying a mount like this because it's not really that cool. You know, like if it's wings, if it's a mount that everybody really likes, like when you know, LUXION visited and sold the Dreadnought, obviously that was a time where you would have to invest. But with all of the stuff that he's selling right now, honestly speaking, I don't think that there's anything worth getting here to sell. I mean, maybe if you just want to exchange your dragon coins for a little bit of flux here and there, sure. But otherwise, you're just going to be spending your dragon coins on most of all the sentient shards if you haven't already crafted the Vanguard. But honestly, it's cheaper to just spend your flux on credit pouches and then just buy the pack. It's actually cheaper even on your flux wallet rather than trying to craft it. But you still need the sentient shards for a lot of other things. And metamatter is useful for getting geode mastery, I'll say that, right? Because it's, otherwise it's kind of a useless resource. That's why I'm so frustrated and kind of tease whenever they end up putting metamatter into the game with events and LUXION now and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, just like get that out of my face, okay? Stop trying to act like the caves are a thing. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. Just wanted to get a quick video out talking about this. I didn't even know LUXION was here, honestly. Merc just ended up letting me know in the Discord, so thanks for that one, Merc. And well, either way, have yourselves a fantastic day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, sub, hit that notification bell if you want to support me. You can always sponsor the YouTube channel with the join button, buy some of my real life merch in the description, or if you don't have any money and still want to help me out, check out the link down below to Gawkbox, which is a way you can donate to me for free. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.